The Turkey Sandwich Podcast, meat and bread for your head. It's episode number 8, and today's topic, exercise. I want to pump you up. I want to fire you up. I want to get you wired up and energized and help motivate and inspire you to start working out again today. I want to get you excited about exercise. I want to help you find joy in working out. And I want to help you make physical activity a part of your everyday life. And most importantly, I want you to stick with this long term. I think if you asked 100 people what the top 3 most important things are in their life, I think unanimously, overwhelmingly, the vast majority of people would list health in their top 3. So whatever your goal is, whether you want to get jacked and juicy, lean and mean, tanned and toned, or just healthy and happy, whatever your goals are, I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you get started. I've been a personal trainer now for about 7 years, and I'm going to give you a few ways to help get you started, to take some steps in the right direction. I love training people, I love helping people lose weight, and I love helping people get more confidence and more energy. So let's get started. Here are the top 3 ways to help you get started on your weight loss journey. So first and foremost, we got to put the fun back in fitness. For most people, going to the gym is a chore. Let's face it. By the time you get dressed and get your bottle of water and get in the car and drive to the gym and actually arrive there, it's already been like half an hour to an hour, and you've already worked a long, hard day of work. Going to the gym can be very time consuming. It's a grind. It's almost like an extension of work. So we got to figure out how to take the work out of working out. So how are we going to do that? How are we going to get started? I always like to tailor and design any new exercise program for someone around something that they, not just that they like, but that they love. Some type of physical activity that they honestly just enjoy doing. It can be something just very low intensity and enjoyable. For me, it's riding my bike. Riding my bike is nostalgic. It brings me back to my childhood. I have those good positive memories of just cruising around the neighborhood with some friends, and I wasn't thinking about riding my bike for exercise. It felt effortless because I enjoyed it and I loved it. For you, it might be something as simple as just walking your dog, or taking back up your favorite high school sport that you played in high school, or long walks on the beach, or taking your kids to the park and chasing them around, just to name a few ideas. But make it fun. When you are doing something that you really enjoy, naturally you're going to want to make time for it. You got to get excited, and you're going to look forward to the next time you work out because you're going to have those positive feelings. You might be a little sore, but those positive feelings are going to outweigh the pain, that little bit of pain. So we need to disassociate pain with exercise. We need to change our perspective on exercise. Just imagine you had the same positive feelings that you had for, say, going to the movies or sitting down to your favorite meal. You'd always want to do it. So we got to change our frame of mind. And that brings me to my second point. We need to find pleasure in pain. I'm not saying be a glutton for punishment, but we have to embrace some small amount of pain for long-term gains. So often, pain is associated with all things negative. But when it comes to exercise, it's a means to growth and improvement and strength and confidence. One of my favorite quotes about pain is, pain is the feeling of weakness leaving your body. Pain is the feeling of weakness leaving your body. So we need to change our frame of mind on pain. I love that. Pain can be a good thing. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, it's going to hurt. Yeah, it's not fun at times, but it's short term. You have to realize that you need to put yourself in a short term state of discomfort to have long term positive impacts on your life. So we need to figure out how to deal with pain, how to cope with pain, and how to get used to pain. So in essence, we can gradually increase our pain tolerance by starting slow, by pacing ourselves and being patient. And naturally, as time goes on, we'll be able to deal with pain and embrace pain more and more as we go along. So we have to do this. Pain is necessary for growth. Struggle is necessary for growth. Resistance is necessary for growth. So when it comes to exercise, we need to figure out how to mentally prepare ourselves to overcome that short-term pain for our long-term gains. But like I said before, start with something that you love to do and that seems effortless. But eventually you're going to encounter that exercise that you just can't stand, that you just hate. For me, it's running. I cannot stand running. It brings me more pain than anything else. Recently, the doctor said I had high blood pressure. He said I need to get my cardio up. So naturally, I thought, okay, I'm going to start running again. And me being Mr. Tough Guy, I live by the Rose Bowl. I went out and I ran around the Rose Bowl twice, which is just over 6 miles. And I thought, you know what, that wasn't That was pretty bad, but it wasn't that bad. I woke up the next morning, I could hardly walk. My back hurt, my joints hurt, everything hurt. And I just absolutely hate running. I can't stand seeing those people running around the Rose Bowl with a smile on their face like they're running on clouds, just having a grand old time. But when I'm running, all I could think about was the pain of running. But I stuck with it, and after 2 or 3 weeks, it got easier and easier, and I stopped getting sore from running. So now when I run, I can actually think about my to-do list, about my next podcast topic, or about work, or what needs to get done at the house. So it's that disassociation with pain, that getting over that first few weeks of really intense pain and gradually building up your endurance and dealing with that one thing that you can't stand to do. Because no matter what you do, when you start working out, you're going to feel the pain. You're going to encounter that exercise that you just absolutely hate and dread to do, but you know you need to do it. So start slow and work your way up. Don't do what I did. Don't nosedive in and just get so sore you can hardly move. Work your way up. Start with a half mile, work your way up to a mile, and then 2, and then 3, and so on and so forth. But gradually tackle that one thing that you just have a lot of trouble doing. And the third thing I want you to do, figure out your whys. Notice I said that plural, not just one why, but you need to have multiple whys. Think about this. If you just want to look better, that's your reason for working out, that's your big why, eventually you're going to get burned out on that why, because it's about discipline. It's about like changing your life. It's not just about changing the way you look. So you need to figure out your whys. For me, it's about living a long, healthy, happy life and watching my son grow up. Watching my son become a rock star at whatever he does, watching him get married, extending my life, feeling good and having energy, and improving my overall mental health. That's a huge reason why I work out. So make sure you write down a list of your whys. Why do you want to get healthy? Why do you want to look better? Why do you want to feel better? What are your motives? What's driving you? Because when the days get really tough and the days get long and hard, that's what's going to keep you moving. It's not going to be like some feel-good thing you hear on TV, or it's not some feel-good story, or it's not your caffeine or your pre-workout. No, what's going to drive you are your whys. So you need to make a list of whys. You need to embrace those whys. And depending on the day, that's what's going to push you through those tough moments and those obstacles and getting over the hump. And the reason this is so important is because this is going to get you from feeling lukewarm to moderate to it's going to set you on fire. You're going to move all in once you get some momentum and get this going, and really hold on to your whys and figure out why you want to make these changes. So think about that. Like, you're not just doing this for yourself. You're doing this to make a difference in your life, yes, but you're also doing this to live long for your friends and your family, and to set a good example for your kids if you have kids. It's not just about changing your body. This is about changing your mind, because your mind and your body work together. You honestly can't really have a completely healthy body unless you have a healthy mind and perspective. So you need to change your outlook and hold on to your whys. Hold on for dear life. Let's put the headband and tube socks on this podcast and wrap this thing up. So to recap, the first thing you got to do is you got to put the fun back in fitness. Find something that you really enjoy to do, some physical activity. Get outside, have some fun with it, and start your exercise program. The second thing you got to do, you got to find pleasure in pain. You know the old adage, no pain, no gain. You got to find joy in your pain. You have to find joy in the short-term pain for the long-term gain. And lastly, you need to find your whys. What's driving you? Why are you doing this? Why do you want to change your life? Why do you want to live a long, healthy life? And lastly, if you have any questions, any personal questions, comments, concerns, anything, I want to hear from you. Go ahead and email me at isaiahheckman@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I'll do my best to answer any question you might have, and let's get the communication going. I'm here for you for accountability and support, and to motivate you and inspire you and give you the energy and confidence to get you moving in the right direction. You can do this. We can do this. Let's do this together. I also wanted to mention real quick, if you have any new ideas for podcast topics, please feel free to reach out to me. I want to keep this fresh and new and interesting and entertaining. So if you have any ideas, please email me, or leave me comments in the comments below. I'm always open to criticism and any kind of feedback. You guys have a great day and have a great week. I'll talk to you soon.